Yeah, baby. I'm back, baby. This is a real quick one though, because I'm about to head to the gig. But I had to talk about this real quick. I know, whoever looking at the thumbnail, y'all seeing like, oh, this ain't music. This is LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. And see, that's why I titled this page "Views from Vlad," so I can go anywhere I want to go with this. I just can't tie me to music. I'm gonna talk about everything I want to talk about. It's gonna be my viewpoint from it. And tonight, this afternoon, we're gonna talk about LeBron pressing Stephen A. Smith about the comments he's been making about Bronny James. If you could read Bron's lips, he was basically saying like, "Yo, ease up off my son." Stephen A. early this morning on First Take addressed it, saying something like to the so much as like, "Hey, yeah, I know this your son. Yeah, I understand." Like he said, LeBron came to him as a parent. And, I understand that. And then he was like, Stephen A. said, "I understood where he was coming from as a parent, but I have a job to do. I have a job to do, and my job is to criticize, whether it's positive or negative. I speak my piece, and that's what I'm paid for." And that's where we at right now. We're getting a lot of think pieces. I thought I'd throw my hat in there as well, with me having a page and an opinion. And my viewpoint on it is, this is what happens when you create the NBA unknowingly created like a whole bunch of Michael Jordans with no rings, with no wins to them, with no championship pedigree to them. And what I mean by that is, you look at LeBron before he won his first ring, he was already getting viewed as that guy. And I thought it was fair because from just where he was at, from like, and I'm talking about at the beginning, like he was crushing it, rookie of the year, taking that team to the playoffs. But then what started happening was they labeling him King James. They're comparing him with Mike, comparing him so much with Mike that it got to the point that Mike had to talk to somebody. I believe it was Stephen A. Smith, and said, "Hey, can he get one ring? Can LeBron get one ring before y'all compare him to me? Please, like, this is getting crazy." And so let's fast forward to now that LeBron is a mega star. I still believe he's the face of the NBA. Look at the climate. Look how he's shaking the boat, like rocking the boat now. That's why I feel like he's still the face of the NBA. Lifetime deal, if I'm right, with Nike. He doesn't have to play again. He doesn't have to play again in the NBA. Like, he doesn't have to do 50,000 points. But let's go on a lower scale, right? Look at these guys now, where they are getting everything LeBron James getting. Shoe deals. Shit. 9-figure contracts. Nine-figure contracts. Endorsements outside of the NBA, minus shoes and stuff like that. And heavy social media following, great social media presence. People look up to him. You got people calling Paul George. You got players in the league now that are saying Paul George is the GOAT. Paul George never won anything. His most iconic moment is dunking on Birdman in the playoffs against the Heat when he played for the Pacers. I'm going to just keep it real. That's his most iconic moment. But these guys have been propped up, and they got so much money to the point they just feel like they untouchable. And I think that's what we're dealing with LeBron right now. Now, because on a lower scale, I'm talking about guys who haven't won and then feel like like they're the king already. Like once again, like they Michael Jordan already. That's what I view Paul George as that. I view I don't want to go on the whole spiel because right now I can't even think. I'm just trying to stay on LeBron and Stephen A. I just had to give y'all like that quick backstory of how my mind got to my opinion that I have now on this. You got LeBron where he has 4 rings, all of these accolades on and off the court to the point he feels he feel like he can approach Stephen A. Smith, a man who is paid to criticize, positive or negative, give his thoughts on every player in the NBA, who happens to be, one of those players happens to be your son that you said was better than most of the guys in the league, who you said his spot on the Lakers was earned and not given, who you were saying, yo, if you want my son, if you want me to play on your team, draft my son and I'll be there. Then they cleared all that up. The Lakers end up getting him. Cool. But dude, you think you did all of that stuff and nobody was watching? We seen you do all this stuff for Bronny. We seen it, man. And now you're in this space where you think your son is above criticism, but he can still play in this league? And what boggles me the most is that, LeBron, you're 40. You've seen, and I'm not talking about your age. I'm talking about, even though I just mentioned it, I'm talking about, dude, you've been in this damn league for 20 years. Did you really, that's what I'm saying, is your head that far up where you thought your son was above what you had against you, that he's above everything you went through when you came in? So you're going to be a 4-time champion, lead the league in points with 50,000. Your son didn't even get to perform in college. You somehow get him in the NBA, and you think we're not going to say anything about it, while knowing in your own mind that we criticized you when everybody in sports media criticized you your whole career? You think that's not going to happen to your son, especially in the way that he got to the league, man? What are we doing? What are we doing? And then I didn't care for him pressing Stephen A. Smith, and salute to Stephen A. Smith for standing his ground and like, dude, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. You're not gonna approach me at a game and tell me stop talking about my son, who is a grown man and earning a living for himself in the same profession as me, and is open to taking the criticism I take. You're not going to sit here and tell me I can't criticize him. And I'm just talking about his game. I'm not even talking about him as a person. I'm talking about his profession, his skill level as a professional in the NBA Basketball Association. I got to make sure I'm at a good time. And then you see the peanut gallery, which is why I think that's LeBron is in the situation. He can't keep his eyes off that phone. He looking and seeing what they saying about his son, what they saying about him. Dude, how can I put this? But I'm watching people criticize Stephen A. Smith. Hear me out on this. I'm watching people criticize Stephen A. Smith for criticizing LeBron and Bronny, but they are themselves criticizing Stephen A. Smith. And they're talking as if it's a problem he's criticizing Bronny. You're literally talking stuff about him doing what he does, and you're doing what he's doing. You're criticizing him about criticizing other people. And Bron's whole thing is, yeah, man, just leave it alone. Don't talk about it. But here y'all go talking about Stephen A. Smith. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, I just feel like he needs to retire. KD needs to retire because the narrative they're putting out in the atmosphere is just no good, and their voice is too powerful. You had Kevin Durant say, "Yeah, don't boo us at the games, just leave." So you want people who pay top dollar to come see you play leave because you playing bad, and that'll show you, oh, I really need to play better. You see what I'm saying? Like, the money, them getting paid, Kevin Durant getting paid, Kevin Durant having a shoe deal, Kevin Durant being a 2-time champion and Finals MVP. Like, he feels like he's above booing now. You can't boo me now. Just leave the game. Just leave. Don't boo me no more. Just leave. I don't like this. I don't like when y'all boo. Just leave. I feel like we keep having guys in this sport who believe they are above criticism, yet critiquing people at the same time, and yet they forward other people messages who critique people. This league is gonna go in the dirt. Like, we're literally watching LeBron say, I never wanted to be the face of the NBA. I just kind of took it, This dude had a whole TV show called The Decision when he was picking where he wanted to go as a free agent. But he just took. He said, all right, I'll just be the face of the NBA. You can't name me no other free agent that's somewhat in second place of him at that time as LeBron, who did a TV show, man, with commercial breaks and all. So it's just getting bad, man. I feel like I could have, I'm going to wrap this up. I feel like I could have articulated myself a little bit better, but I think y'all got the message. I hope y'all got the message. Even if you agree or disagree with me, man, I hope you got it. And I hope y'all check it out. Share this. Comment, yeah, that's my thing. Yeah, man, it's like 2 rules, man. 2 rules if you really mess with me. Rule number 1, you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1. That's Views from Vlad. I'm out of here. Peace.